continue. So we're gonna be having a stage for the full stage revision. So are you ready?
Okay.
Good. All right. So let's start here. So what is the plural of wife? What's the plural of wife? The plural
of wife
is
wives.
Do husbands in the country generally help their wives in the house? Do husbands in the country generally help their wives in the house? Yes, no. No.
No.
No, husbands in
this country
don't
generally help
their wives
in the house.
Yep. If you can't answer a question during the lesson, who helps you to answer it? If you can't answer a question during the lesson, who helps you to answer it? If I can't answer a question during the lesson, the teacher
helps me
to answer
it.
If you help me, do you think we can leave this table together? If you help me, do you think we can leave this table together? Yes, if I help you.
If I help you,
I think
we can lift
that table
together.
Which is the most common drink that comes besides water? Which is the most common drink that comes besides water?
Green tea
is the most common
drink
in this country besides
water.
Yep. All right. So do you have a fire at home in winter? Do you have a fire at home in winter? Yes, no.
No.
I don't. No.
No.
No. I don't have a
fire
at home
in winter.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Which is the broadest street in your town? Which is the broadest street in your town? ABC Street is the broadest street. The broadest street in my town. Who is the richest person you know? Who is the richest person you know? Bill Gates
is
the richest person. The richest
person.
I know. So name me one of the poorest countries in the world. Name me one of the poorest countries in the world. North Korea is one of the poorest countries in the world. Do you like reading war stories? No, I don't
like reading
war stories. Yep, I know. You like chocolate stories. Another. Do parents in your country read bedtime stories to their children? Do parents in your country read bedtime stories to their children? Yes, parents
in my country
read bedtime
stories
to their
children.
Can you express a very simple idea quite well in English? Can you express a very simple idea quite well in English? Yes, I can express
a very simple idea
quite well in English.
Huh?
Quite well in
English.
Quite well in English.
Quite well in English.
That's correct. So do you think it's easier to express your thoughts in writing or in speaking? Do you think it's easier to express your thoughts in writing or in speaking? I think it's easier to express my thoughts
in writing.
Where? Writing? So Alright, so what is the passive speak? What's the passive speak? The passive
speak is spoke.
Spoke. Yep. Which language did we speak during the last lesson? We spoke English. Spoke English during the last lesson. What is the passive come? What's the passive come? The passive of come. Come
is came.
Yep. Came. Yeah, come is came.
Come is came.
What time did you come here last lesson? I came here
at 4
p.m. 4 p.m. Last lesson. Well, by the way, it's 4 p.m. The phone comes down. Okay, so very advanced, right? So what's the passive verb? The passive break is broke. Yep. Did you break an arm or a leg when you were a little child? Did you ever break an arm or a leg when you were a little child? Yes, no.
No.
I never broke an arm
or a leg.
When I was a little child. What did you wear yesterday? I wore a
shirt.
Yesterday.
Yep.
Did I write anything on this piece of paper last lesson? No, you didn't write anything on that piece of paper last lesson. What time did you get up this morning? I get up
at 6 a.m.
in the morning.
6 in the morning. This morning.
6. I get another. So did we stand up after the last lesson? Yes, we stood up. After the last lesson. Yep. Did the sun shine last week? Yes, the sun shone.
The sun shone.
No, shone last week. Did you take any photographs on your last holiday? Yes, I took some photographs on my last holiday. Last
last holiday.
Uh-huh. Okay, did you tell me your name? Did you tell me your name? Yes, I told you.
Yes,
I told you.
Yes, I told you.
My name.
My name.
Yes, long time ago. Long time ago. Okay, did anybody in your family drive a car last year? Did anybody in your family drive a car last year? No. Nobody in my family.
Nobody in my family.
Nobody
in my family
drove a car.
Last year.
Yep. Did you remember all the new words last lesson from the lesson before this? Did you remember all the new words last lesson from the lesson before this? No, I didn't remember.
I didn't remember
all the new words.
Last lesson. From the last lesson before.
From the lesson before this. Some I remembered.
And some I forgot.
And some I forgot. Yep. What did you see in that room last lesson? What did you see in that room last lesson? I saw some
books.
Some chairs. A TV, etc. in this room.
Last lesson.
Yeah, what did you see during the last lesson? Where did you sit during the last lesson? I sat on my chair during the last lesson.
During my last lesson.
Well, the last lesson.
The last lesson.
Hey, what did you eat for your lunch yesterday? What did you eat for your lunch yesterday? I ate
some spaghetti.
For my lunch
yesterday.
You know. Okay, did I give you a dictation last month? No, you didn't
give me
a dictation
last month.
When did last season end? Last season?
Last season
ended on when?
August.
August 30th.
30th.
31st. 31st of August. Do we have 31st? Yeah. So when did last season begin? Last season began
on
June. June?
No, that's summer.
Okay. Oh, summer. Okay.
That's
so
season,
summer.
Right?
Season began on.
Huh?
Last season
began on
June.
June.
Okay. Oh, began. I see. So what did you drink with your breakfast this morning? Like, oh yeah, I know, but it's autumn winter now. Okay. What did you drink with your breakfast this morning? I drank
some cafe au lait
with my breakfast
this morning.
This morning. Yeah, because we don't have here 4 seasons. That's why. So how long did you sleep last night? I slept
about 7 hours.
Last night. Too long. Are there any hills around the city? Yes, there are some hills. Hills
around the city.
Yep. Do people generally laugh when they're happy or unhappy? People People
generally
laugh when
they're
happy.
Yeah, happy.
Yep. Do you laugh when you watch comedies? Yes, I laugh. When I watch comedies. Comedies. Traveling. What's the opposite of the word friend? The opposite of the word friend is
enemy.
Were Britain and America enemies during the Second World War? No, Britain and America and America weren't enemies during the Second World War. They were friends. Best friends. Again, are there any old castles in that city? Yes, no?
No.
No? There aren't any
old castles
in this
city.
Maybe they're new. Okay, So are you hungry at the moment? Yes, no?
No.
Oh, I'm not hungry.
I'm not hungry
at the moment.
Yeah.
Okay, are there a lot of hungry people in some parts of the world today? Yes, there are. A lot of hungry people. Hungry people in some parts of the world
today.
Yep. Does your stomach make noises when you're hungry? Yes, no?
Yes.
My stomach
makes noises
when I'm hungry. Cool. Like, ham. Thank you. So tell me a geographical fact. Mount Everest
is the highest mountain
in the world.
In the world.
Tell me a historical fact. Tell me a historical fact. The Second
World War
began
in
1939. Tell me a mathematical fact. Tell me a mathematical fact. 2 plus 2
equals 4.
Whoa, genius.
Yay!
Genius. That's hard. When you get hungry, what do you do? When you get hungry, what do you do? When I get hungry,
I
eat.
Yep.
Do you think your English is getting better? Do you think your English is getting better? Yes, I think.
Yes, I think.
My
English is getting better. I hope.
About how much? Suddenly, so about how much does a doctor receive a month? Let's say in your country, about how much does a doctor receive a month? A doctor gets about. A doctor
gets about.
So a doctor receives about.
The doctor receives.
Doctor receives about.
Don't know
how much?
How much?
1 million yen. Okay, 1 million yen.
1 million yen.
A month. Okay. All right. So, do you get any cards from your friends on your birthday? Do you get any cards from your friends on your birthday? Yes, no.
No,
I don't get
any cards
from my friends. On my birthday. Yep. Birthday. Another. Can I obtain clothes from a bookshop? Can I obtain clothes from a bookshop? No, you can't, obtain clothes.
Obtain clothes
from a bookshop. Yep. Which animal do we obtain milk from? Which animal do we obtain milk from? We obtain
milk from a cow.
Milk from a cow.
Milk from a cow.
Hi, cow. Alright, so will you go and fetch a pen for me from the next room, please? Will you go and get a pen for me from the next room, please? Yes. No?
Yes.
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 Yes. I'll go and get a pen.
Go and get a pen
for you. From the next room. Okay. Another is when children are young, do their parents fetch them from school each day? When children are young, do their parents fetch them from school each day? Yes, when children are young, their parents get them from school each day. Yep. Will you fetch that book from the table and give it to me, please? Will you fetch that book from the table and give it to me, please? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I'll get that book.
I'll get that book
from the table
and
give it to you.
Good
job. Okay, another. Not a book. Another. So, what time do you generally arrive at school for your birthday? I generally arrive
at school.
What time?
I don't know.
Your school. Yeah, 4 p.m. 4 p.m. for my lesson. 4 p.m. for my lesson. Yeah, you're a night owl. So what time do you generally get home at the end of the day? Only an example. What time do you generally get home at the end of the day? I generally get home at about 6 p.m. At the end of the day. Yep, that's correct. So what are the general meanings of the verb get? The general meanings of the verb get are become and obtain. Yep. If you are not sure what to use get, what is it better to do? If you're not sure what to use get, what is it better to do? If I'm not sure what to use get, when to use get, it's better to use the other verb with the same meaning. With the same meaning. Yes, that's correct. Okay, let's have the word there was. Is there a picture on that wall? Yes, there's a picture. There is a picture on that wall. Was there a picture on that wall 3 lessons ago? Was there a picture on that wall 3 lessons ago? Yes, there was a picture on that wall 3 lessons ago. Yeah, were there any books on the table last lesson? Yes. Yes, there were some books on the table. Last lesson. Yep. Was there a chair in that corner during the last lesson? No, there wasn't a chair in that corner during the last lesson. Were there any chairs on the table last lesson? No, there weren't. Any chairs on the table last lesson. Yep. What is the opposite of the verb to leave? What's the opposite of the verb to leave? The opposite of.
Opposite of.
The verb
to leave
is to die.
To die.
Yep. Do most people die when they are 100 years old? Again, do most people die before they are 100 years old? Yes, most people
die
before they're
100
years old.
100 years old.
Years old. Yep. When did President Kennedy die? President Kennedy died.
President Kennedy died.
In
1963.
Oh, did you know? Okay, so another. Is whiskey a weak drink? Is whiskey a weak drink? No, whiskey
isn't
a weak
drink.
It's a strong
drink.
Are young boys generally physically stronger than men? Are young boys generally physically stronger than men? Yes, no. No. Young boys aren't generally physically stronger than men. They are generally
physically
weaker than men. Yep. Do you speak English with a strong accent? Yeah. Do you speak English with a strong French accent? No, I don't speak
English
with a strong
French accent.
I speak it with a strong American accent.
Am I?
I will yeah, do you speak English with Again, does the soldier or desert soldier make a lot of money these days? Does a soldier make a lot of money these days? Yes, no?
Don't know.
Soldier? No. A soldier doesn't make
a lot of money these days.
Which country do you think has the largest army in the world today? Which country do you think has the largest army in the world today? I think. Which one?
Where?
China, America, England. Which one has the largest
army
in the world
today?
What do we call the clothes that a soldier wears? We call the clothes that a soldier wears.
We call the clothes
that a soldier
clothes
that a soldier wears. That a soldier wears a uniform. Yep, a uniform. A uniform. Yeah. Do most children wear uniforms at school in your country? Do most children wear uniforms at school in your country? Yes, no. No, most children don't wear uniforms at school in my
country.
Yep. Is it country? Yep. Is it cheap? Wow. Okay. Is it cheap to build a large house in the country? Is it cheap to build a large house in the country? No, it isn't cheap.
It isn't cheap
to build a large
house
in the country. It's expensive. Yep. Mio, do you fill your stomach completely when you eat? Yes.
Yes.
I fill my stomach completely
when I eat.
Yes, of course, everyone. So, about how many pages do you think that book contain? Your book. About how many pages does that book contain? This book contains about how many?
I don't know.
50, 60, how many? Take a look at your book.
70
pages.
All
right. So, are you very good at art? Yes, no? No, I'm not very good at
art.
Was Picasso a writer or an artist? Picasso was
an artist.
Yep. Do you always feel in good health? No, I don't always feel in good health. Oh, it's coronavirus, yes. Okay. Do you feel bad if you eat too much? Yes, I feel bad.
I feel bad
if I eat too much. Do you feel sad in good weather? No, I don't feel sad.
I don't feel sad
in good weather. I feel happy. In good weather. Yep. So, an example. Let's move on. So, do people drive their cars in the middle of the road? No, people don't drive their cars in the middle of the road. In most countries, they drive them on the right-hand side of the road. Yep. What's another word for middle? Another word for middle is center. Yep. Is there anything in the center of that room? Yes, there's something.
There's something
in the center of this room. This room? Of this room.
Of this room.
What's your name? What's your name? My name's Mi.
My name's Mi.
Are you sure? Are you sure? Yes, I'm sure.
Yes, I'm sure.
All right, so those words that are gonna be following this, yep, those will be your full stage revision soon. Right? Okay, continuation. Have a good day then. Bye.